Have you ever felt like giving up? Like the challenges you face are just too big to overcome? Today, we're sharing a story that might just change your perspective. It's a tale of two friends, two frogs, and the incredible power of hope and perseverance. Stay with us, because this is a story you won't want to miss. In a peaceful village, nestled among green, rolling hills, lay a small, clear pond. This pond was home to two very special frogs. They weren't just friends, they were brothers, true soulmates. One was large and strong, the other was smaller and nimble. Despite their differences, their friendship was unbreakable. They were always together, sharing every adventure and every moment. Every day, under the warm sun or in the gentle evening mist, the two frogs would hop around the village. They explored every corner, finding joy in the simplest things. A dragonfly with shimmering wings, a wildflower blooming by the path, or just the cool feeling of dewdrops. One afternoon, during one of their usual strolls, they spotted a giant wooden bucket near a farmer's cowshed. Filled with curiosity and without a moment's hesitation, both frogs jumped right in. To their surprise, the bucket was full of milk. Their joy quickly turned into utter fear. They realized they were trapped. The bucket's sides were slippery. There was no way out. Their tiny feet were completely helpless. The milk bucket had become a terrifying prison. Time dragged on, slow and cruel. Every minute in that milk bucket felt like an endless struggle. The large frog, despite his size, quickly felt exhausted. His muscles ached, and his will to fight faded. He panted, his voice filled with despair. "We've been swimming for hours. There's no way out. We're going to drown. It's inevitable." His words struck the small frog's heart like a knife. Fear also crept in, but a spark of defiance blazed in the small frog's bright eyes. He couldn't accept this cruel fate. He remembered all the hardships they had overcome together. Looking at his friend, his voice was small but firm. "No, we can't stop now. We faced hard times before and always found a way. We must keep swimming. Someone will help us, or we'll find a way out if we don't lose hope." And so they continued to struggle. But time was a harsh enemy, as darkness slowly enveloped the milk bucket. Hope in the big frog's heart finally gave out. "I can't do this anymore," he sighed, his voice full of despair. He stopped swimming and slowly sank into the milk. The small frog was heartbroken. His best friend was gone. But even in that deep sadness, something remarkable happened. A will stronger than grief rose within him. He decided to keep swimming, not just for himself, but for his friend's memory. "I won't let your sacrifice be for nothing," he whispered. He kept kicking, kept swimming. Night fell, covering the village in a cold mist. Inside the milk bucket, the small frog bravely fought on. His body was utterly exhausted, but his spirit never gave up. And then, as the night grew deep, something truly miraculous began to happen. The milk, once liquid and slippery, started to thicken. His continuous kicking was transforming the milk. It was slowly solidifying into butter. A surge of surprise and new hope welled up, giving the small frog renewed strength. He realized his perseverance had not been in vain. This was the key to escaping the deadly trap. With newfound conviction, he gathered all his remaining energy. He pushed harder, kicked faster, and then, with a valiant and powerful leap, a decisive jump overcoming all despair, the small frog sprang out of the bucket. He landed on the soft grass outside, breathing the free air of life. He was free. But the joy of victory didn't last. He had lost his best friend. Though heartbroken, he knew life had to go on. A year later, the small frog found a mate and started a family. To honor his lost brother, he named each of his children after the big frog. His memory would live on. Every night, he told his children the story of their brave uncle, teaching them to never give up, no matter how hard life gets. Life is truly challenging, and sometimes giving up might seem like the easier choice. But remember, as long as you keep trying, there will always be hope. You might not always win, but you'll never know what you can truly achieve until you try. This story of the two frogs is a powerful reminder. It shows us that even the smallest acts of persistence can create the greatest changes. It reveals the extraordinary strength of belief, of an unyielding will, and of never surrendering to adversity. Thank you for listening.